You cannot do anything, but Jesus can. You cannot save yourselves. But he can save you, even as Noah put forth his hand, and saved the dove from perishing. Then we read, next, that Noah took the dove, seized her, captured her, held her. That is what my Lord does. Jesus takes hold of sinners. Oh, that he might get a blessed hold of some of you tonight. I have sometimes thought that Noah stood something like this, leaning forward, with hands outstretched, looking out of the window, and when the dove came back and was ready to drop, he caught her between his hands, as one would tenderly hold a dove, encompassing her, and then he pulled her in unto him. What a blessing it is when the gospel of Christ seems to surround you, and you get a hand beneath you, and a hand above you, and you feel as if Christ had laid hold of you, and was leading you joyfully captive. Some of you recollect when that happened to you, when the hand of Jesus was first held out, and then was put round about you, and you were taken prisoner, and held in gracious bondage to the love and power of Christ. Then we read that he pulled her in, and thus Jesus draws in sinners. There is something of a pull needed. Oh, what blessed pulls the Lord sometimes gives to bring sinners to decision, and put an end to their hesitancy. They want to wait a little longer, but the Lord Jesus will not have it. Providence and grace end their delays. They are very fearful, fluttering like this dove, afraid of her best friend. But the Lord Jesus Christ gives a pull that ends their fears, and kills their despair. They are his, and his powerful love wins the day. Sometimes, it is ignorance that keeps sinners back from Christ, for God's doves are often very silly creatures. They do not know the way into the ark, they miss the window. But Jesus does with them as Noah did with the dove, he pulled her in. I hope I am not talking beyond the experience of many of you, or, if I am, I pray my Master to make this to be your experience even now. May these poor simple words of mine induce some of you to come to Christ at once. Why will you perish? Why will you delay? Why not be pulled in tonight, even as the dove was pulled in by Noah? I cannot pull you in, I would if I could, but Jesus can. And he cannot be less willing to bless you than I am. Notice where Christ draws sinners. Noah pulled the dove in unto himself. And that is what Christ does with his poor fluttering doves, he draws them to himself. You say that you want a lot of things. No, you do not, you only want Jesus. If you have him, you have everything. You want to be pulled into peace, to joy, to holiness, to rest. But what you really want is to be pulled into Jesus. And you will get all the other blessings. Drawn to his wounds, poor doves, you shall find your hiding place. Drawn to his wounds, poor doves, you shall find the truest cleansing. This is what your Master must do for you, even as Noah pulled the dove in unto himself. And when he had pulled her into himself, then she was in the ark, and she soon found other doves. Thus, Jesus draws sinners in unto salvation. When he draws a man to himself, then he draws him to the church. And he comes where he shall meet with fit society that shall console him and help him during the rest of his days. I cannot preach as I would, but I know that I am telling you that which, if my Lord will, but blessed, will save and comfort your souls. I pray him to put me on one side altogether, and to come, and with his own pierced hand pull you in unto himself. So I finish with this third point. That which Jesus does to his servants, and to sinners, he would have us do. Now, ye people of God, listen to me, and do what I now entreat of you in my Master's name. In the first place, look out for souls. Now, Noah, go to the window, there is that dove, you know, fluttering somewhere, go. And look out for it, go to the window, Noah. He does not need to be told to go, for there he is. Noah loves his dove. So he is watching for her at the window. Dear people of God, often go to the window.